All right, what's up everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another PE Live. Today we are the beginning of a brand new week. So I want to thank each and every single one of you guys for taking the time out of your day to join me. Today's been pretty good overall in terms of just like views on the channel and kind of what we're doing here. So it should be interesting getting into some of the topics. The topics have been pretty good too. There was some stuff over the weekend that went down, especially with some streaming stuff with Microsoft and Nintendo. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to get into a brand new controller from PDP that was actually retweeted by the official Nintendo Versus page. So this should be an interesting controller to keep your eyes out for this July. There are pre-orders available, which we will get into all that. Don't worry, guys. Then we're going to have a nice Q&A segment. There isn't going to be a gameplay stream after this stream, so keep that in mind. We're probably going to come back with streaming tomorrow. I do have a couple different things that I got to do before the night stream, but we will be coming back later tonight after this stream. We will be coming back later tonight for a night stream. So if you guys want some more streaming action, then we'll have that tonight. But we aren't going to do a gameplay stream today. The gameplay streams will resume tomorrow. So they will resume tomorrow. All right. So in terms of Ninja news, guys, on the channel, we did have a Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 update video for you guys, going over all the stuff that you guys ask me anytime that we talk about Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Who's your mains? You think there's going to be Nintendo characters in there? How's the sales potential of this game? What do you think about it? All that stuff I went over in the video. So anytime that somebody asks me about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, I will refer them to that video. I literally made that video so I can stop getting all the questions every single time, like on Twitter and everything. Now I have a video where it's all summarized what I think about the game and everything. So we'll probably make some more hype videos on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 as we get more information from Game Informer, because you know there's bound to be more information and more stuff. So anyway, yeah, it's gonna looking forward to that. But either way, I think that's it. This past weekend we did have some tournaments that I streamed and other things. None of the streams are live on the channel. I might put them up for on the community page. So if you want to check out any of the streams that we had this past weekend, which we did 10 hours of streaming between I think Saturday and Sunday. There was 10 hours of streaming, just direct streaming of just various stuff from the Gommel tournaments to just playing video games. So I'm not sure. I mean, that type of stuff, usually people don't want to watch long replays like that, but I might put it up on the channel. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, for those who are wondering about, where's the Gommel stream at and where's all that? It's just unlisted. If you still have an original link to it, though, it works, so you can still watch it. But I just didn't know if I was going to put it up or not. But either way, that's that. In terms of content for this week, we're going to have a lot of cool stuff. We're going to be having a Xenoblade video for you guys tomorrow, an interesting Xenoblade video tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the next day. Still working. I'm going to reshoot the whole Labo video. It doesn't work. It's just the file. It doesn't work. I have to reshoot one of them, so I'm going to reshoot the whole Labo video. I'm going to do it completely differently. It's not going to be anywhere near as in-depth. Like, that video was it was a mess because I hadn't used green screen in a while, and Streamlabs was being buggy at the time. So I'm going to reshoot that video and get it out for you guys. So that'll be at some time this week, I think, at least. As long as nothing crazy happens this week, it'll be out. So yeah, I think that's it for Ninja News. Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the stream if you can. Let's get some more Ninja into the village. We already got nearly 100 people here, so thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully all of you guys had a great weekend. And let's go and get into shout outs. So if you want me to say hi to you, feel free to say hi in the chat and I'll go down the list here. Shout outs to Doc Ito. He got timed out before the stream actually officially started with me on there. Don't worry, man. Don't worry about it. I know he said sorry. It's okay. It's okay. You were just acting kind of weird, so I just timed you out. But you're good, dude. You are good. All right, yo, what's up, Robert? Shout outs to co-captain of the Viking Nation. Robert is here. Good to see you here, my boy. Maxwell, what's up? Charity's here. What's up, Charity? Anthony Rudd. Balzette, what's up? Ravel Ramos, what's up, man? I probably said your name wrong. I'm sorry, dude. My camera's acting weird. What's up, Charity? I see you. Kaido J, what's up, man? First ban, Woot. It wasn't a ban. You were just timed out. Definitely not a ban. Let's see here. Mace from Twitter, what's up, bro? How's it going, my man? Loki G, what's up, man? Thank you so much. I get better with age. Yo, shout outs, man. I mean, I'm 45 years old, so yeah, I think I'm definitely getting better with age. Definitely getting better with age. So yeah, there we go. Voltage Ninja 97, what's up, man? How's it going? Shout outs to Party Man, the bodyguard is here. What's up, Party Man? King Bees, what's up, King Bees? Lion Star, what's up? JVG is here. What's up? Good to see you. I think it's been a while since you've been in here last. Yo, what's up, VC? How's it going, man? Good to see you here as well. Alonzo Vines, what's up? Is it Kemet God? What's up? Yeah, I'm 45, Kemet God. Absolutely, I'm 45. What's up, man? How old are you? No, actually, don't tell me. That's against, I think that's against YouTube TOS when it comes to certain age stuff. I have to look into it a little bit more. All right, so we got the first donation of the stream. Before we're even getting going here, shout outs. T Pianist with the $3 donation says, "Yo, OJ, glad to support. Question 1, what kind of supplements do you take? I'm getting into keto and I have no idea what I should be taking. LOL. Q2, will Google have the E3 presence? Will Google have an E3 presence? Without Sony, would like to see Big G take their place. Play any Pokemon DPP music." All right, Diamond and Pearl. All right, yeah, let me answer your questions and then we'll continue on with shout outs. When it comes to supplements, I take no supplements. All I take is B12 from drinks, like, for example, like Powerade, the 0-calorie Powerade, or stuff like the Milo drink mixes, the 0-calorie energy Milo drink mixes, or just I take like a men's 1-a-day chewy, vitamin. That's all I take. I just take that. I don't take any type of supplements or anything like that. So yeah, that's that. When it comes to so in terms of keto, that's a crazy diet, right? Where you can only eat meat. So I don't know about that, man. I personally just eat like chicken and vegetables. Sometimes I'll have a little bit of rice. Just low carb, kind of more on the protein side of things. Not a lot of red meat, Sometimes I just skip red meat completely. Might 2-3 times a week, maybe less than that. And like I said, yeah, a lot of chicken and a lot of veggies, a lot of chicken. I drink my fruits with V8 Fusion, the light sugar one. So I don't really buy fruits. I just drink them with that. So yeah, that's that. And that's how I lost all my weight that I lost. So, oh yeah, and exercise. There you go. And exercise. Forgot about that. Yeah, you need to exercise. I exercise 3 times a week for at least an hour. So there you go. At least 40 minutes of cardio and about 20 minutes of weights. So yeah, and I'm out. I don't like working out anymore. All right, so there's that. So that's that. In terms of Google, no, I don't think Google's going to be there. They don't have a booth spot because we went over or at least I think John went over the floor plans. I know we talked about it at the Spawncast. I don't think Google has an E3 presence there, but maybe they do something digitally. So maybe they do that. So they're not taking Sony's spot in terms of booth space and all of that. So yeah. All right, and let me get your music going for you. Let's see here. Lake theme. I like the lake theme from Diamond and Pearl. All right. Let's see. All right, and sorry guys, we're a little bit behind on. This one's kind of good. Let's see if I All right, let me know how it sounds, guys, in the chat. Is it too loud, not loud enough? Let me know. Hey, wait a minute. Hold up. Pikmin, there's no need to time out Wound Up Penguin like that. There's no, even though she's not telling the truth, there's no need to time out her for that. There's no need to, don't time her out for stuff like that. Only time out when it's like somebody says something like egregious. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't time out for like normal things like that. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get your note up here on the. And sorry about that, Wound Up Penguin. Sometimes Pikmin gets a little anxious. He gets a little anxious on the timeouts. 03 with a $3 donation, but I am 45 years old. All right, so TPNS, you have the top stream ninja. Thank you so much for the $3 donation. I do appreciate that. And once again, welcome to the top stream ninja board. Thank you so much, TPNS. I appreciate that. How does it sound, guys? Is everything okay? Perfect sound? All right. Hold on to random questions, guys, and I'll answer random questions towards the end. If you want me to, if I must like answer your question, drop a donation, I'll answer your question right away. But hold on to the end, and I'll answer your random questions. All right, so let's continue on with the shout outs here. Fury Tiger, shout out to co-captain of the Viking Nation, Fury Tiger. What's up, my boy? Good to see you here. The Hands the Third, what's up? Dank Beam, calm down. Let's see here. Light the Fuse, what's up, man? Like I said, I'll answer your random question towards the end. Gunslinger, what's up, man? Let's see here. T-Dude, what's up, T-Dude? It's going good so far. Katana Riku, what's up, Katana Riku? Christopher, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Let's see here. Kemet God, what's up, man? How's it going? We'll see if it's a big missed opportunity or not. Dragon Gamer, what's up, man? Lion Star, what's up? Kid Rattata, yo, Kid Rattata, where have you been, dude? It's been a while since you've been in here. Nick Little, what's up, Nick? How's it going? Shondell Rivers, what's up? How's it going? Good to see you here. Sal Vasquez, what's up, man? My weekend was good, dude. I can't complain. Cannot complain. Adam D, what's up, man? How's it going? X Knight, what's up, man? I'm an old timer. I am an old timer. I like being old. Paint Fat Purple, what's up, man? How's it going? Elite Ninja Paint Fat Purple's here. Danny Ingram, what's up, man? J2 Blue, Sexy Jutsu Originator, what's up, man? Good to see you here, like always. Kanariku, Voltage Ninja. Yo, shout outs to the name, though, but you don't got a profile picture. Gotta complete it. Alucard, what's up, Alucard? Wound Up Penguin, how's it going? Sorry about the timeout. Alright. Mace from Twitter, Loki G, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up, Dawson31? What's up, Dawson? Anthony, once again, Balzette, what's up, guys? Rob Glass, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Vaughn Henry, what's up, man? There's a lot of people here. Alright, Battlefront X, what's up, man? No B DK Racing fan, what's up, man? Samuel the Gamer Channel, what's up, man? How's it going? Markel, what's up, Markel? Alright, good to see everybody come through. Braxton, what's up, Braxton? Doc Vito, what's up, guys? Probably said hi to some of you guys twice, but that's okay. Double the highs, double the better. 04021, what's up? How's it going? Good to see everybody here. Shout outs. Let's see here. OJ's as old as he feels. He feels 45, then I'm 45. 2 jobs plus college now. It's okay, man. It's okay. Shout outs. Thank you for being here, though. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Stacy. Yo, what's up, Stacy? How's it going? How's it going? Arum. What's up, Arum? Good to see you here, man. All right. All right. I think that's pretty much it. When it comes to shoutouts, T-Dude, once again, what's up, T-Dude? T-Dude, I love your stream, man. Your stream, you're playing Heavy Rain at like 5 frames per second, bro. Like, Jason. This man was streaming Heavy Rain off of. He was somebody else was using McDonald's Wi-Fi, and then T-Dude was using their Wi-Fi after. That person somebody made a mobile hotspot and was using McDonald's Wi-Fi. Then T2 decided to use that Wi-Fi in order to stream Heavy Rain. It was great. This man was. They were like, they were doing that robot, bro. Shout out. I'm sorry. I had to. That stream, bro. That stream was so. Bro, it was in slow motion, bro. That's all good, T2. He said, yeah, I had to delete it once. No, it's all good, bro. I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with you. No, I enjoyed the stream, even though it took like 5 minutes to get through this dude getting out of bed. He was like, shout outs though. Shout outs to Wonderful 101, man. Good stuff. All right, what's up? Don't call me Danny. What's up, man? Good to see you here. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into the topics here, guys. So basically this is a pretty interesting one, right? Because we have Nintendo potentially teaming up with Microsoft for a streaming game service. So shout outs to David Gibson. We're going to go ahead and move over. If you don't know who David Gibson is, he's actually he's a dude that's been reporting on Nintendo for quite a while. I think he lives in Japan, and I know he's an analyst for for a company, but he does a lot of reports when it comes to Japan, stocks, stuff like that. So away we go. All right, so let's see here. So David Gibson first talked about Microsoft and Sony. We're gonna get into that, and then we'll move into all his tweets. So it's a big deal but Sony didn't have the cloud infrastructure to offer a cloud service, so the choice was either Amazon or Azure. Plus, they both know if they use the same standards for streaming, like current generation consoles around PC architecture, then consumers win. Okay. Plus, it means more likely for Sony plus Microsoft to be streaming winners again, despite new entrants. Where does that leave Nintendo? Likely agreement with Microsoft and perhaps Sony to offer their streaming services on Switch. So interesting on there. And then he also went on to say, but also Nintendo itself is looking also to work with Microsoft Azure to offer its own streaming service in limited regions, Japan, US, etc. So there you go. It looks like Microsoft could be teaming up with Nintendo in order to offer a streaming service when it comes to Nintendo stuff. So I think Nintendo, they already talked about, Furukawa said that it's technology that they're looking into, but they think that's the future. So I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo and Microsoft team up for some type of streaming service. We've heard about, xCloud and that potentially coming over with like Microsoft's like Game Pass. I know that Microsoft, or everybody knows that Microsoft wants Game Pass on every system. They want it on PlayStation. They want it on tablets. They want it on everything, man. They probably want it on Google Stadia if they could get it there. They want it on everything because they want to sell their services to people. So it makes sense that Nintendo would probably use them because Nintendo doesn't have the infrastructure and probably wouldn't have any type of infrastructure for that streaming service. Nintendo already has a couple of games where they have a streaming service, right? Not Nintendo first party, but through the Switch, right? So for example, you have like Resident Evil 7 in Japan, you have Assassin's Creed Odyssey, stuff like that. That's already streaming. Now, once again, this is not my opinion in terms of what I like. I don't like any of this when it comes down to it. But there are people who do like streaming services for gaming. I'm not one of those people. But of course, Nintendo's going to look into it. They're not going to sit back and say, okay, you guys all do streaming services and then we're not going to have one. I mean, I think at some point they're going to have one. The only thing for me is that making sure that it doesn't overtake what they do normally, which I don't think it will because Nintendo knows that they have a large fan base of people who still buy games physical, who still want ownership of their games. And this would be a way, I mean, the streaming services, depending on how they do it, obviously you don't really own anything, if they just kind of put it in when they feel like it, and they can remove games when they feel like it. They can put games when they feel like it. So it's an interesting type of thing. What's up, Sean Diamond? How's it going, my boy? So it does seem like they might be teaming up for something. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same as xCloud, but I guess it'd be something very similar to xCloud. But I think that it would be Nintendo making their own service, calling it like, I don't know, like Nintendo Cloud streaming service or something like that. And then it'd be powered by Microsoft, not using Microsoft's service completely, but actually naming their own thing. Kind of like how it's like Nintendo Switch eShop, right? That's their store that they have, right? The eShop. Before that, Nintendo never had an online store, right? Like Nintendo never had anything. You just buy games physical at retail. There was no digital storefront. So it would be their own storefront for cloud streaming games. That's what this means. Looking to work with Microsoft Azure. That's what Azure is. Azure is what powers these services, right? That's the cloud services that power it. It's not a service in terms of streaming the games itself. So Sony and Microsoft are teaming up to share technologies, and Sony's going to be using Azure to power their streaming services going forward in the future. Now, what I did here, just as a side note, apparently Sony's PlayStation team was caught off guard by this. They didn't know. They thought they were going to continue using, I think, Amazon. So the PlayStation team didn't even know that they were teaming up with Microsoft in order for this to go down. And it kind of caught them off guard. But I don't know, whatever. They're caught off guard. There you go. But yeah, we'll see what happens going forward in the future. Overall, like I said, for me, I'm not into this whole game streaming. I'll never be into game streaming. It's just something that I just don't find something that I want to do. I'd rather go out there, buy the game, whether it's physical and, or digital where I own it. I don't want to sit there and scroll through games and try out those. Like, I don't like that. I'm not a big fan, but I know that there's other people who do want to sit there and scroll through games like a Netflix or sit there and pay monthly fees or whatever the case is to play games, and it can disappear on you, but hey, whatever, so there are people out there that do like that. Otherwise, none of this stuff would probably be happening, so it is what it is there. So let me get you guys' thoughts when it comes to this whole potential thing that'd be going down. Now, also another thing to note is that Direct Feed Games, shout outs to Nate, he was like, oh, there's truth to this. So Direct Feed kind of went in on this as well, but Direct Feed also reported about like Game Pass and stuff like that. So it makes sense that Microsoft and Nintendo are working together on something, when it comes down to it. So there you go. So if you want to let me know what you guys think about this, you can tag me at PlayerEssence or hashtag PlayerEssence. I'll be more than happy to answer you guys' questions on this and kind of discuss what you guys think. So feel free to, like I said, tag me. And we can go right on. So let's see here. What do you guys have to say on this? PlayStation is doing so much. I don't blame them for being caught off guard. Yeah, I mean, well, usually you would tell your team. I mean, especially if you have a gaming team, you would tell them beforehand. But hey, it is what it is. Yo, what's up, Rilo? How's it going? I know it's you, my man. Good to see you here, bro. My guy. Probably got my name across all platforms. There you go. Let's see, the thing about the PlayStation team is hilarious. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm not a fan of game streaming pass. Yeah, I'm not a fan of game streaming either. It looks like Microsoft and Sony are probably going to have theirs ready first, right? Because there's already like PlayStation Now. Like PlayStation Now I can't stand PlayStation Now. Like it's like $100 a year on top of your PlayStation Network account. Like on top of that, so $160 a year to get all access to everything. Like I'm not sitting here trying to download like 700 games for what or whatever the case is. Like I'm good. Like I said, I know other people like that, but it's like the problem is that it ties you into a never-ending contract, and I think that's the biggest, an expensive never-ending contract, because the fear of losing your games is a thing, because once you have access to all this stuff, and it's the same as all these streaming services. I'm not just sitting here and saying like it's, you know, unique to PlayStation Now or unique to Xbox Game Pass or anything, but this is with all these streaming services like Netflix and everything. The only streaming service that I pay for is Amazon, and the only reason why I pay for Amazon's streaming service is because I get physical goods because of Amazon, because I buy physical goods on there and it comes with my Amazon Prime. I would already pay for Amazon to get the 2-day shipping because I'm a YouTuber, content creator, so I buy a lot of equipment and different things and sometimes games and all that. So I'd already pay for the 2-day shipping for faster. It is a bonus that I get the streaming, and that's the only streaming service that I pay for. And also you get Twitch Prime, like you get one free Prime thing and all that. So there's a lot of benefits across the board, you know, like having us pay for individual, pay for this service on Xbox, pay for this service on PlayStation, pay for Google Stadia. Like all these companies are vying for you to pay hundreds of dollars a year on their services. And I'm just like, whoa, this is just too much. Like there's just way too many people out here trying to vie for $100-something a year. And like I said, the only streaming service, oh, and I pay for Crunchyroll. And I pay for Crunchyroll because that's convenient for me to watch anime. So I do pay for Crunchyroll and I pay for Amazon, you know, and those are the two streaming services that I pay for. I have Netflix, but that was because of a freaking girlfriend, like not even a girlfriend, a Tinder date, like last year and a half ago, that just, we were watching Netflix on there and she just left it on there. So it's still there, you know, so I do have Netflix, but it's not like I pay for it, you know? So I'm just waiting for it to disappear one of these days. So yeah, either way. Let's keep it going here. Considering Nintendo and Microsoft's strong relationship nowadays, this should be no surprise. Yeah. It's not really too much of a surprise, but it was interesting to hear kind of the other stuff. But yeah, there's definitely truth to Nintendo and Microsoft teaming up for something, right? So, all right. T-Dude says, I think the concept of Nintendo and Microsoft having a cloud streaming for the Switch would be an excellent move for the video game industry. I mean, streaming to me, I guess it is, because obviously you want to catch up. I mean, just as long as it doesn't take precedence over making sure that people actually own their games, like physical games, then I'm okay, you know? Let's see here. As long as we still have the buy physical games, that is what I will continue to do. Yeah, physical, I mean, and at the minimum for me, digital, but streaming games, not for me. All right, let's keep it going here. Rilo says, the only streaming service I took advantage of was Xbox Game Pass, and that's because the exclusives on it. Okay, Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, I'm not an Xbox Game Pass guy, but that's just me. Matthew Adams says, I was telling you this a while back with Nintendo and MS. Well, I mean, we already kind of knew about that because of what the Game Pass stuff, right? What were you telling me that about, like Game Pass? Because like we already knew about that, and like I said, I was hearing things myself as well. But yeah, it seems like, you know, if you were telling me, I think a lot of people are like, yeah, we're starting to see a little bit more now. At least in terms of some people talking about it. Battlefront X. So all Nintendo is doing with Microsoft is what Sony is doing with Microsoft, and the same in Microsoft's game streaming. No, it's not necessarily the same thing. It's using it's using the technology that they use to power whatever cloud streaming that they're going to do. It's not necessarily the same exact thing that Sony's doing, because Sony has PlayStation Now. They have a different streaming setup and what they're doing. It's not. I'm not trying to say it's going to be the exact same thing. What I'm saying is that they're going to be potentially using the same technology that's going to power these cloud streaming services. Like I explained it. Look, Microsoft has something called Azure, right? Cloud computing helps power stuff, right? Helps power Xbox Game Pass, their cloud computing, all the stuff that they do. Sony's going to be using that technology to help power their stuff going forward in the future. Sharing technologies and powering them in the future. Nintendo could do the same thing. They could use Azure, which is, like I said, not the same type of thing that Sony's doing, okay? It's just the what powers it. So it's not going to be like Nintendo Now, and then all of a sudden it's going to be the same exact thing. It could be a completely different type of service that they offer when it comes to cloud streaming. It could offer different features. We just don't know. So just please understand that it's the technology behind what powers game streaming, okay? That's what they're alluding to here, working with Microsoft Azure to offer its own streaming in limited regions. So yeah. Nintendo streaming with Microsoft. Microsoft powering the technology behind Nintendo's streaming, yes. I'm surprised you are against Game Pass. Why are you surprised that I'm against Game Pass? What makes you think that I would be somebody that'd be for Game Pass and like Game Pass? Based on what have I said? So what makes you surprised that I'm against Game Pass? Based off of anything that you've seen on this channel. What? It's not that I'm against other people buying it. It's just me myself. And I've been talking about this for multiple times. I'm not even huge on digital. You know what I'm saying? I'm not huge on digital. I'm not huge on streaming games. Why would I be? What have I said that would make you think that I'm for like streaming of games? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that type of service, like where you pay hundreds of dollars and then you lose your games when you stop paying. I don't think there's been anything that I've said that I'm like, oh, I'm in support of Game Pass, like for myself, you know. He said PlayStation Now is awful, but Game Pass is way better. From what I've been hearing, Game Pass is better, but PlayStation Now has more games apparently. All right, let's keep it going here. Make sure you guys tag me at PlayerSense or hashtag PlayerSense for me to see your comments, okay? Please. Do you think Stadia will be a real competitor in gaming? Yeah, probably. A lot of software has been killed off by Google. What are Sony and Xbox taking this so seriously? Because obviously Google's a big player in the industry. They're a big player in tech. Why would you not take it seriously? And there's going to be a lot of developers who sign up. You've got games like Doom coming to Stadia. You've got Assassin's Creed. So there's going to be big players coming to Google Stadia. So why would you not take it seriously? Especially with the type of money that Google has. Let's see. When you cancel your streaming service, does the game data get deleted or restored if you sign back up? It gets restored, from what I understand. Nintendo streaming with Microsoft. Okay, I think I already read that. Why is everyone saying PlayStation is bad now? I thought PlayStation was like the preferred console. I don't think everyone's saying PlayStation is bad. They're talking about charity. They're talking about PlayStation Now, which is a service on PlayStation. Okay, not PlayStation console itself. Yeah, PlayStation is the preferred platform of this generation because it's sold the most. But when it comes to the service that they offer, it's people necessarily don't like PlayStation Now as much as Xbox Game Pass. So yeah. Let's see here. And I think it's because Xbox Game Pass, you actually get all of Microsoft's first party games in there. It's faster downloading, the streaming, the buffering rate, stuff like that is probably why. It's just better. And Microsoft's always had better technology behind these type of things when it comes to online, when it comes to system and functions and things like that. So I think it's really kind of more like that. Let's see here. Why confused? I'm just saying because you don't prefer streaming over actually playing the game. On Game Pass, you download the whole game file instead of streaming it. Yeah, and I understand that, but it's still the biggest issue that I still have with Xbox Game Pass is once you stop paying for the service, it disappears, which is fine, and I get it, and I get the business reason why it does that. People would take advantage of that way too much, if you didn't. But I'm just not down for paying hundreds of dollars hundreds of dollars a year for games that disappear if I stop paying for a bit or whatever the case is. I just don't want to be locked into a never-ending. It feels like you're going to be locked into a never-ending contract of paying Microsoft hundreds of dollars a year for things that you don't actually own. Like I said, if Xbox Game Pass was a byproduct of Xbox Live, then maybe I'd be up for it. Like games with gold, I think that's okay. From what I understand, games with gold, I'm not sure if you get to. People say that you don't get to keep games with gold, but I still have games with gold, and I don't have Xbox Live in terms of online play. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what the deal is with that, but either way, he says you can download games on PS Now. Okay, so I think some of the games you download, Christopher Hart. I'm not sure if every game that you can download on PS Now. Or sorry, not PS. PS. I don't think every game you can download. I think some games you can download, some games you can't, from what I understand. Kingdom J says, if you want to see the really underdog stream program, you should check Paris. I don't know what that is, but okay. I'm good on it. Kaido J says, if the only way to play games was to stream them, I would have to quit playing new games. Also, streaming games would cause my anxiety to really act up and make me sick all the time. If the only way to play new games was streaming games, then yeah, that'd be something to where I'm just like, I'm good. Like, I don't think I'm going to sit there and be into it. I'd become a retro gaming channel where I just go back and I look at all the games I missed. I think it was last week or a week ago, I talked about hidden gems, and you guys brought up like seriously hundreds of games that I've never played before that are hidden gems. I would turn this channel into retro games, hidden gems, games going back and talking about those, you guys' favorite games and stuff like that. I would not continue on with brand new games unless it was like only the games that I'm super passionate about, like Xenoblade or like Smash Brothers or like Fire Emblem, but I'm not going to be sitting here and talk about like all these different games. If it ever went to that, I'm just be like, all right, it's just time to go back into the past, because there's so many games that I haven't played. So I'd be literally done with new gaming outside of my only my favorites, and that'd be the only thing that I play really or that I talk about. So yeah. All right, let's continue on here. Remember when RGT talked about retro games? He still does. I think he's making a video on Resident Evil. He talks about retro games, but he also talks about new games too. If PS Now hold up, for you guys that are arguing back and forth, sales don't dictate what's way better than what. PlayStation. The reason why if PlayStation Now has more users than Xbox Game Pass is because PlayStation has a far bigger install base than Xbox. I think that's the biggest reason why. Not necessarily because it's a better service. It's because it has more games, it's been out longer, and it's also there's more PlayStation systems out on there. Now, in terms of functionality, from what I understand from people who have Xbox Game Pass and who have PlayStation Now, Xbox Game Pass is definitely better functionality in terms of how it works and everything. However, PlayStation Now has been out longer, and once again, there's just a lot more systems in terms of sales-wise. There's just a lot more PlayStation systems out there. But I don't think you can sit there and say, oh, well, this game or this service sells more than this service, so therefore it's better, right? Like I don't know about that, because then can you relate that to games? Okay, well, Grand Theft Auto 4 sold more than like 99% of games, so I guess Grand Theft Auto 4 is better than 99% of games, right? It's like, no. It's like, no, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's not true for everybody. It might be an opinion, but that's not true. So you can't always base everything on sales, So, let's see here. Game Pass has more subs than PS Now. Well, where is the actual data that actually backs that up? That's what I want to know. Has that already been revealed? Shadow Connect 2 says PlayStation Now doesn't let you download PS3 games. Definitely a big negative for me for the service. Okay. Yo, what's up, Sokar? How's it going, my boy? Good to see you here. OJ65? Yeah, I'm 65 years old. You added 20 years to my age, bro. Kind of like how just because a lot of people own Nintendo Online doesn't inherently make it good. And it doesn't necessarily inherently make it bad because other people say that it's not good. It's up to each user to determine what they feel is good and what they feel is bad. For me, it's fine because I want a cheap service where if you're going to charge me for online play, I just want it cheap. I don't want to pay $60 a year for online play, and I don't care about your stupid voice chat or your party chat. I don't want to talk to anybody party chat. I don't want to talk to random people. So for me, it works because it's a cheap service and I can use my Discord and I can use it to facilitate everything that I want to do. But for others, it's not the same way. They don't have what I have when it comes down to it. They don't want to use Discord or they don't want to use other things and they want that and they're willing to pay for it. So it really just depends on what you're looking for each person when it comes down to it. But for me, like I said, I just want a cheap service. Like I don't pay for Xbox Live and I don't pay for PSN because one, I don't really have any games that I want to play on there. But even if I did, it's like I don't want to pay $60 a year for their services, and I don't care about their games a bunch of games that I'm never gonna play that they're gonna give me. So, yo, what's up, Dawson31? Good to see you here, my man. What's with with games with gold? You keep Xbox 360 games. You lose Xbox One games if you stop paying for Xbox Live. Is that the case, man? Because I could swear, man, I got some Xbox One games that I still got on there, and I haven't paid for the service in so long. So I mean, but hey, if that's the case, man, all right. Solo 17 says with games with okay, I already read that. Let's see here. Well, Nintendo said that they aren't doing streaming anytime soon. So yeah, well, soon is subjective though, right? Soon can be we're not doing it in the next year. But that could mean next year. You know what I'm saying? Or that can mean a year and a half from now. So I guess soon is up to interpretation in terms of what Nintendo's doing. But of course this stuff takes time, right? DJ King? Or who said this? Yeah, DJ King. It could take time. It could take a year and a half. Maybe that's not soon for most people, but that might be soon for some people. Might think that might be soon. So it just depends. It just depends on what your interpretation of soon is. Nintendo didn't give any timetables or anything like that, but I definitely think they're researching it. They definitely are researching it and probably putting some type of motion, some type of plan, especially with Furukawa. He's very forward thinking when it comes to that type of stuff. So we can't have good quality service for a cheap price. I ain't asking for excellent top tier service and cheap, but the basic good online services for $20. Is that hard to ask Nintendo? Apparently it is. So So yeah, for 20 bucks, I mean, there's not any other service outside of PC, but PC is different because it's routed through each company. But there's no other console manufacturer that offers online play, even with bare bones basic service for $20. So in terms of Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, you can't buy like, let's say you only wanted the online play, and you don't want party chat, you don't want PS Plus, or sorry, you don't want the games with gold and all that. There's no way to offer that to you. So there's no other, like I said, not trying to sit here and say that it's great for everybody, but there's no other service that offers you, online play in terms of consoles, online play for $20. Everything you have to, it's like a buyer, it's like you gotta pay the whole thing in order to get that. For me, if there was a way to get like, hey, they stripped some of the other like features, like the games and all that, and it's 20 bucks, I think I'd be more inclined to buy Xbox Live and play games. But since they don't offer that, because they don't, then that's that. But like I said, different strokes for different folks, right? I mean, some people feel that they should get everything and all the other stuff for 20 bucks. Some people feel that, hey, you can use whatever is already out there to do it. It's up to you what you think. It's up to interpretation. But I already feel that you should already get stuff like messaging and stuff like voice chat. That shouldn't be stuff that's included in like an online service. That should already be stuff that's in the base package of the Switch. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even like oh, you're paying for it or not. It's like that stuff should already be in there in terms of like messaging and I guess regular peer-to-peer voice. That should already be like in there for free. That shouldn't be something that you pay for anyway. So there you go. I don't see why Nintendo would want to make a hybrid if they're going to let other people play their content on the go on a different platform. That's sort of contradictory. They never said anything. Like Lou Silver, I don't think you understand what this was about. This is about Microsoft offering or Microsoft powering Nintendo's cloud streaming service, not Nintendo offering games on a bunch of other platforms. That was not what we were talking about at all. Ryan says, have you tried playing the games? Maybe it only tells you it's not available anymore when you boot them up. I have tried playing them. There's like Tomb Raider and a couple other games that I can still play. So I'll try it again, though. Maybe I'll try it again, and we'll see. Let's see here. I said you can't even compare Switch Online with other competitors. LOL. I just did. What do you mean you can't even? I literally just did. You can compare price. I just did. One of them they're $60 a year. Nintendo's is $20 a year. I just compared the price. All right, let's move on here. LOL, I do understand. I was just commenting on what other people were saying here regarding Nintendo making streaming services on other platforms. Okay, well, if that was the case, if there's other people making streaming, Nintendo never said they're going to make a streaming service on other platforms that's not what this was. I don't understand why some of you guys aren't understanding. Listen, I explained it very clearly. Nintendo and Microsoft are looking, Nintendo's looking to potentially make a streaming service and use Microsoft's technology to power their streaming service on their platform. It has nothing to do with Nintendo taking a streaming service and putting it on other platforms. That's not what was said here. I don't understand how this is confusing. I think it was very clearly explained, guys. Nintendo is looking to make a streaming service, potentially, and they're looking for technology to power that streaming service. That's it, on their platform. It said nothing about Nintendo making a streaming service and then distributing that to all these different platforms. There was nothing that was said about that. So yeah, thank you, Lou Silver, for bringing that up. I didn't see anybody tag me with that. So, I mean, there's a lot of people commenting, so I didn't see what people were saying. But if people are thinking that, that's not what was said here, guys. That's not what was said here. If Nintendo does do streaming, it probably won't be for games. It probably would be for games. I don't know why it wouldn't be for games. And what would it be for? What else would it be for? Nintendo doesn't really do like movies or anything like that. I mean, what is it going to be for? So of course it'd be for games. All right, let's keep it going here. What first party games does Sony have that would encourage people to use PSN if it's not included with their streaming service? What first party games? I mean, God of War, Uncharted, The Last of Us. They got a lot of first party games. I would like the streaming service for Nintendo to be the Super Famicom add-on that includes exclusive content in games and special shows. Yeah, I don't know if they're ever going to go back to that, but you never know, right? Maybe they do something crazy and they go back to what they did back in the 90s or whatever, when nobody really had internet for them to do that. However, I do think that with what Nintendo's doing with potential streaming services, I think maybe they would offer some type of real virtual, like streaming virtual console service, right? Where you can go and stream all these different stuff, like GameCube games, all that. I think that'd be the way to get people to hop on. Like if it was retro games, right? And there was a ton of retro games that you could just stream for like a good price. Like let's say you pay $30 a year instead of 20 for the Nintendo Switch Online, or maybe you even pay $40 a year, okay? So $40 a year gets you Nintendo Switch Online, and it gets you streaming from GameCube, Wii, all the way down, like, and they add games all the time. That would be something that would get people to probably subscribe. Like that might be something I'm like, okay, hold up. You got a retro streaming service where you can play all these old school games. That's probably something that people would probably be like, all right, I'll check that out, you know. And if it's cheap, not if it's like, it can't be like super expensive, you know. All right, let's see. Battlefront X says, I think some are confused because Obi-Wan was like, oh, Nintendo's gonna use Xbox Game Stream for Xbox games on Switch, a bunch of other crap. Yeah, there are some people putting out some misinformation or just like putting out some theories out there, and some fans take them a little bit too seriously, which is fine. That's okay. It's not too much. I mean, people are entitled to their opinion, but yeah, he has been saying some stuff here and there. But I mean, I think once the information does come out from people that are actually, you know, maybe more in the know, then it'll kind of clear things up. And like, you know, we're talking about stuff like this right now, so we got 160 people watching, right? So there you go. Let's see here. Dawson31 says, so if Nintendo does make a streaming service, what games do you think they would stream? I believe this could help them getting GameCube games as well as third-party games. Well, yeah, if they made a streaming service, obviously getting third-party games would be easier because third-party developers are already going to make cloud streaming, right? They're already going to make their games for cloud streaming, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, all that stuff like that is all going to be cloud. A lot of these games have cloud versions, right? And sometimes companies just sit on the cloud versions. There's no platform to release it on, or they release it on their own streaming platform, right? So cloud versions of games are going to be a thing that's going forward because the game is already done. It's just like having it in the cloud. You just need a data center to hold it, right? So it's not like you have to do anything differently. It's not like it's going to do anything differently for that. So, and yes, Matt knew, I know about that. We're not going to discuss that type of stuff. So yeah, we're going to see that. So of course, if Nintendo had some type of cloud streaming service, which was stable and which was available, yeah, the developer would probably just throw it on there because it would literally take nothing outside of making a couple different, maybe some code changes for Nintendo's service, but it wouldn't really be anything. So yeah, it would help out with third-party games. I don't know about like in terms of a GameCube and all that. I think that would be a little bit tougher because I don't know how many cloud versions of GameCube games Nintendo has or anything. I don't think they do, so they still have to create it. But it wouldn't be as, I guess it would be easier, right? Because you create the game, you put the file on the internet, and then bam, or you put the file on the cloud thing, and then bam, you know. So we'll see how it goes. And Nintendo streaming service would be selective as well. Their games always need consistent precision, and there are also so many different unique controller gameplay aspects. Well, obviously, when you're doing it for a cloud service and what you're doing there, that doesn't mean that it's going to be just like your other games. You know, there could be changes that they have to do for it. So we'll have to wait and see, right? Yo, what's up, Gen Joint? What's up, my boy? Good to see you here. Thank you for resubbing, man. Appreciate the long-term support here. Thank you. All right, JT Gamer, that's good for you, man. Shout outs. Let's see. Elusive just shows how much they care about unique hardware. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think Nintendo's gonna stop, with unique hardware or anything like that, guys. I don't think it's gonna be like all of a sudden, oh, Nintendo's stopped, done with unique hardware. They're not gonna sit there and make, stuff like that anymore. So I don't think that's gonna be the case at all. They're definitely gonna still do their hardware. It's just a matter of offering, I guess, like an option, like the eShop, right? So I think that's really what it comes down to, Yeah, there's already a few games streamed in Japan. Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Resident Evil 7. Those are the two games that are kind of streamed there. So they already got a few games there, man. So it just makes sense. And now people are arguing. About who's gonna be the next DLC. Oh my gosh, people online are funny. All right, yo, what's up, Arash? How's it going, man? Arash, I think you eat too much. I think you eat too much fast food. You were talking about McDonald's, now you're talking about In-N-Out. It seems like you eat a lot of fast food. Either way, shout out to Rash. Thanks for coming out to the stream. All right. Hold on to random questions towards the end, guys. Hold on to random questions towards the end. We'll answer those in just a bit. All right, so it looks like we're going to move on. That was 54 minutes on that topic, or more like minus 10. So that was about a good 40 minutes on that topic. So let's go to move on to the next thing here, guys. We got a brand new, or not a brand new, well, it will be brand new, PDP controller. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oops, my bad. That's my gameplay. There we go. Pressed the wrong one on accident. All right, so we got a brand new PDP controller that's going to be going up for pre-order right now. So you guys can see it right here. It says PDP Face-Off Deluxe Plus Audio Wired Controller. Pre-orders are now open, and it's actually a really cheap controller, and it has in-game chat support. So for those who ever wanted a pro controller like this one right here, you know, you don't get this exact one, but a pro controller that has an audio headphone jack right here, which one thing that people really want with Nintendo is an audio headphone jack for audio support and also for in-game inline voice chat. This controller is going to have it. This controller is going to have it for games that support voice chat, inline voice chat. So remember, it's only for games that support it. So a game like Splatoon does not support inline voice chat normally. You use the app. So a game like Fortnite, and I think Paladins has it. I'm not really sure how many games. There's a couple other games that have inline voice chat as well. There's not many though. But yeah, basically PDP is making this controller here, which you guys can pick up. There's like red, blue, and black. So there are different controllers, and it will let you adjust the volume for like game volume. So you will be able to hear the game too, from what I understand. You'll be able to hear the game, and it's also going to have inline chat built in. You can adjust the audio by even using like the D-pad on certain games and stuff like that. So Amazon is taking pre-orders, and like I said, it is I think it's like $24 for the controller, and looks good. And the official Nintendo Versus page, so Nintendo's Versus page, they did, and it's wired too. It's a wired controller, not a wireless. So it's a wired controller. Keep that in mind. USB, 10-foot cable. Nintendo's official Versus page did retweet it. So if you're looking for something to play Fortnite with inline voice chat and audio routed to the same controller, this is it. This is it. From what I understand, the dimensions are pretty much the same as a Pro controller. So the controller is not any different when it comes to the dimensions of this. They wanted to make it pretty much exactly like a regular Nintendo Switch Pro controller. If you look at it, even like the home, the plus minus, the Switch logo, all of those are very, very similar to what you already have on here. There's not really much changes. It looks pretty much exactly like it. Obviously, there might be some texture and different stuff like that, but overall, it's pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, I think there's also some faceplates and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. Hold on to random questions. Hold up the random questions, JT Gamer. I'll answer random questions towards the end. Okay. So what do you guys think about this PDP controller? Are any of you guys planning on picking it up? Let me go ahead and get you guys the exact price on this one here, just so nobody is confused. So yeah, $24.99 on Amazon. I'm not sure in terms of international and things like that. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, it is that price, $24.99. I have one in my shopping cart, but I guess I'll pick it up at some point. I'm not exactly sure when, but I'll pick it up. All right. So could you not get an adapter that would go from USB-C to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and use an existing Pro controller? You could, but I guess it's a lot easier to just do something like this, right? Like, and I'm not sure if that adapter would support the inline voice chat. I mean, it might, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure if it does. So I can't say one way or another if there is. But this controller, like I said, it has it built in and it's officially supported. Nintendo's backing it with their Versus channel. So it makes sense that maybe you pick up something like this, you know. And an adapter, I don't know. How much would an adapter cost? Like, it wouldn't cost that much more than this controller right here. But then again, I guess you wouldn't lose the wireless functionality. So, yeah. I don't think there's gyro. I'm not sure if there's gyro and all of that in there. But yeah, it would be nice if they had like a higher end model that was wireless and had gyro. I think that would be pretty cool if they did that too. But I guess manufacturing this type of stuff is not cheap to do. The manufacturer controller, especially a good quality controller, it's not cheap. Your supply line. So I think maybe they're putting out this one as a feeler to see like how it does. And then if this one's successful, then they're like, all right, maybe we can put out something else. The D-pad is going to cement, or whether or not is that you need a good quality D-pad for Mario Maker is coming out. I don't. I mean, I don't think it's going to. We need to wait and see. I think that's a little bit, Doc. That's a little bit of premature. Let's see how it is first. And I mean, I don't know what you're doing with your D-pad, but I mean, like you shouldn't be like smashing the D-pad so hard to where it's going to block in. I mean, just because Mario Maker is coming out, I don't think that's really going to do anything right now. I don't think there's enough evidence to support what you're saying. Basically, what I'm saying is that I don't think there's enough evidence to support what you're saying at this point. The controller's not out yet, so let's get it and let's get some reviews in, and let's see how it works first before we rush to conclusions. I don't understand why you're rushing to already say something based off of a picture. So I don't think that I usually like to wait and see a little bit first before I make statements like that, especially like with the user base that I have. I don't want to sit there and say, oh yeah, the D-pad's gonna break and it's just gonna suck before I even have the controller in my hands. So calm down, hold on here. Let's see here. I would get it if it was wireless. Yeah, I think a wireless option would be good for people, but this one's wired. At least you know you're not gonna have any latency or anything like that with the wired controller. Kimberly says, today I went to go pick up a Pro controller and actually picked up the wrong one without thinking. Maybe I'll wait for this controller. Yeah, maybe. But remember, it is wired, so remember to add that one in. Or remember to think about that when when it comes to stuff. It is wired. Excuse me. All right, so any other thoughts on this one here, guys, before we kind of move into some of the random thoughts or topics today? All right. I found something that plugs into the USB and it outputs sound somehow. I tried it on the Switch USB ports and it outputs sound from the dock. Okay. It's probably wired because of the audio. Okay. Because there's no way to transmit the audio wirelessly to the Switch controller without some type of adapter also that plugs in through USB. So maybe they could make a wireless one where it plugs in through USB, and it's a wireless like dongle to the controller. And then you get the audio and you also get the headphone jack, and then you can get the voice chat from there. So maybe they make something like that. I think the PlayStation Gold headset, I think it does that for the Switch, the wireless one. So yeah, does it have Rumble? I don't think it has HD Rumble. I don't think so. It might have regular Rumble, but I don't know if it has HD Rumble. I'm not 100% sure. Let me double check though on the page. Let me see. As I said, I think that's why it's good that we get the control. Like once we get the controller, we can actually review it completely. I think the features are there. 3.5 millimeter jack supports in-game audio, USB chat, adjust volume on the fly using the D-pad, customize your gameplay with dual programmable paddle slide back buttons, swap out and swap in different face-off faceplates with the unique interchangeable design. So they have that. Includes a 10-foot USB cable. And officially licensed by Nintendo, so there you go. I didn't see anything when it comes to Rumble or anything like that, so I'm guessing that it doesn't have it. Because I did not see anything saying that it does have any type of Rumble features built in. So I have not seen it yet. But the customizable stuff is cool. The faceplate stuff is awesome. I like that. And it looks good. The quality looks good. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see once it comes out. I think only Nintendo controllers have HD Rumble. Yeah, I think so as well. I'm not sure. I think that technology one is expensive, but it's also like patented. I'm not sure exactly how other ones would get it. Yeah, what's up, Samuel? How's it going, my man? Yeah, Nintendo produced normally only HD Rumble. Yeah, the Nintendo produced one. So it doesn't have HD Rumble, but if you're looking for, voice chat and audio inline to play your Fortnite, there you go. This is for all the Fortnite kids out there. So Fortnite kids, you guys can pick this one up. And at least it's cheap. Yeah, at least it's cheap. It's not expensive. And at the 10-foot cable, that's pretty long. So it's like if you're in your living room or whatever, you'll be able to play it. So there you go. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just streaming. Just streaming. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into some random questions. I know a lot of you guys were asking me different various stuff, so feel free to tag me at Player Essence or hashtag Player Essence. I'll be more than happy to answer you guys' random questions if you got them about gaming, of course. So feel free to do so, and yeah, you can tag me. A couple different ways you can tag me. You can tag me just by saying Player Essence, capital P, capital E. And all one word, or you can say Player Essence at Player Essence or hashtag Player Essence. Either one highlights it for me. Just makes it easier for me to actually see your comment. So yeah. Do I play Little Big Planet 3? Nah, I don't play Little Big Planet 3. That game's old as hell, and it's not. I don't really find Little Big Planet kind of fun. I mean, I played it back in the day. Like I played Little Big Planet 1, but I stopped after that. That was all I needed because the platform is kind of floaty and meh. Do you think the U.S.-China tariffs will affect the Nintendo Switch price? Probably not. In terms of like Switch price here in the West, nah. Okay, you should is good. I'll be honest, man. I'm not going to. So yeah. I'll be completely honest. I'm not gonna. I don't want to play Little Big Planet 3. I don't want to play it. I already played Little Big Planet 1, and I think I'm done with that franchise. So maybe if they make a new one, maybe I'll check it out on like PS5 if it comes out or something. But nah, I'm good, man. But thank you. If you like it though, cool. All right. TH3 says, with the recent Luigi's Mansion 3 ESRB rating, what month and or date do you think it'll come out? Yeah, we talked about this in one of our last PE lives. I think that the date is probably going to be. I'm going to just go ahead and go with October, but we'll have to wait and see. What is Monolith Soft working on? I actually have a bunch of videos talk about what Monolith Soft could be working on, so I'd refer you to those videos on the channel. Low tier Geralt. All right, take it easy, Samuel. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Oh my gosh. Charity Shadow King says, "What do you think Capcom will sow for?" Hold up. What do you think Capcom will sow for E3? I'm hoping for some sort of Mega Man announcement, such as Mega Man X9 or Legends 3 Revival. Yeah, I think Capcom might have a surprise or two, but they already released two of their biggest games this year, which were Devil May Cry and also Resident Evil. So we'll see what they have. I'm hoping for some type of Mega Man announcement too, or maybe even like a revival for Breath of Fire, but probably not. Charity Scott says, "Why don't you take supplements? Just curious. You know more about the body than me. So any advice you give, I'll take it." Yeah, supplements are good for those who are, looking to get that extra boost, right? For supplements, looking to get that extra need. For me, the reason why I don't take supplements, because one, I don't want to spend money on them, because I told you guys that I'm very careful with my money, and yeah, supplements are just something I don't feel like spending money on. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason is that all the nutrients and nutrients that you need for your body can be found through the food that you eat. So I just make sure that I eat healthy and I take my Men's 1 a day, and I get all the nutrition and like stuff that my body needs to function properly. So that's the reason why. Those are the two reasons why. Karen Buckley says, "Just rewatched the Astral Chain trailer and I'm hyped for the next trailer." All right, there you go. Have you seen the Reddit 3 houses leak from a few days ago? I already made a video on it. Rufus says, "Think we will see Spiral Trilogy at Nintendo's E3?" I think Spiral Trilogy could be announced for the Switch at E3, yeah. Dennis J says, "Thoughts on possibility of Atlas back catalog ports to Switch? Think P3, P4, P5. Yeah, I've talked about that in various videos, so just check out my thoughts. I have a couple. Just type in Atlas and you'll see what I'm talking about there when it comes to it. But I'm not really hugely confident we're going to see anything anytime soon. Shadow King says, "I'm also hoping for an original Monster Hunter game on the Switch." I think that's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, not if. Matthew Hammond says, "I thought you take biotin." I do take biotin. That's the one thing that I do take, but that's not necessarily for supplements for like health or any. I mean, it's a little bit, but it's nails, hair, stuff like that. So but I do take biotin when I remember to take biotin. When I remember to take biotin, I take it. Obi Phoenix says, "Hi, what do you think about the 2 Zelda ports have been reported as coming to Nintendo Switch this year, 2019? There isn't any basis for those reports in terms of 2 Zelda ports. That would be Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess. There's no there's no credible sources that I found that have said that. Like, it's just people kind of just make it up. I think a wish list for stuff, then kind of putting it out there as, oh, this is a rumor. I don't really think so, but we'll have to wait and see. I think E3 is coming up. Like, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen because I mean, like porting games from Wii U to Switch is actually really easy. So Nintendo could have been sitting on those for a while. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if those games are coming out this year either. Rash says, is it true that Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out this summer? I saw it as a rumor on Google. No, it's not true if it's a rumor. Rumors aren't true. So until it's proven true. So it's not true yet. But all there was an age rating. I didn't see anything where there's like a rumor that like somebody's saying for sure the game's coming out this summer. Nintendo doesn't have a date for it this summer. What we do know is that there's been an age rating, so we could hear about information when it's coming out soon. But I would guess it would be September at the earliest. September at the earliest or October. So technically it could be summer, but I'm thinking Animal Crossing is September, and then it's going to be October, but you never know with Nintendo. But we'll have to wait and see. R Hops says, do you think Nintendo is done with fitness games? All we have on the Switch is that weird fitness boxing thing. I don't know if they're done with fitness games because we do have the fitness boxing, but I think they'll probably do some more stuff. From what I understand, that sold like 300,000 copies, so maybe we see another one. So yeah. Do I hope to get married one day? Yeah, one of these days I'll get married. Yeah, I just don't know exactly when I'll get officially married in terms of here in the U.S., but one of these days maybe I'll get married. What about you, Charity? All right. All right. This is later. I'll have fun getting off work. All right. Take it easy, Lion Star. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Guys, keep the questions coming. I can be on for at least another 15 minutes, but I guess if we don't have questions, then maybe we can move on to some other type of topic. All right. So let me go ahead and look up a couple of things for you guys. Or if there's any games that you guys want to talk about, feel free to let me know about them. The next Pokemon movie, Detective Eevee. I'm calling it. The next Pokemon movie, Detective Eevee. I think that'd be cool. Yo, what's up, Jamil? How's it going, my man? What's my most hyped game of the year? Good question. Most hyped game of the year. Probably Fire Emblem 3 Houses Fall by Astral Chain. Close second, Astral Chain. So yeah, man. It's a good question. What's your most hyped game of the year? What are you guys' most hyped games of the year? R Hop says, any 3DS franchise you're expecting to come to the Switch soon? I'm trying to see about the next Alpha Dream game. Yeah, I think Alpha Dream's like a Mario and Luigi. I'm expecting that to come sometime soon. They've been working on something, right? I'm expecting Bravely Default, something like that. That should be on the Switch sometime soon as well. So those two games, or those two franchises, yeah, Mario and Luigi, Bravely Default. I think those would be the next. Yes, I'm super affectionate. LOL. I couldn't see my life without being someone's wife one day. Yeah, I think that's what most young ladies would think. At this point. Charity, do you have Twitter? Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I want to see your tweets that you tweet. Do you tweet at all? Let's see here. Matthew Hammond says, "Oh, why is Capcom not releasing new games on Switch? They told Nintendo they needed more RAM to port their new games on Switch. Nothing new from them. Well, Mega Man 11, that's a new game that they're doing. But they told them to put more RAM on the Switch because it would be easier for them to get some of their newer games on there if they had it. So regardless, even if they're bringing their new games or not, it was a good idea for Nintendo to put more RAM on the Switch. So regardless if they put their games or not, it was good. It was good advice. But there could be other, like I said, there are other games, not necessarily their games that they're working on with Xbox One and PS4, because those games use a lot more than 4 gigabytes of RAM in order to get things operational and everything. But I think that there's other games that they're working on with the Nintendo Switch as well. And also it makes stuff easier too when it comes to resources. It makes stuff easier to port over their older games too when you have more resources available. So I think it's just good all around, whether it's new games or whether it's old games, even stuff like Resident Evil Revelations 2, having that run at a better frame rate, having that run at better resolutions with that extra RAM. So regardless, it's good that they had that in there. So regardless whether it's new games or it's old games, it was a good idea by Capcom to tell them that. And obviously it turned out to be a good idea when it comes to some of the stuff. So yeah. Wasn't there a rumor about Bayonetta 3 info this week? there was a rumor, but it wasn't really a rumor. It was more like Hideki Kamiya pulling like messing with people, because Hideki Kamiya said that, oh yeah, somebody asked Hideki Kamiya, when are we going to get Bayonetta news, and Hideki Kamiya said next week. But here's the thing, Hideki Kamiya used to troll people all the time with Bayonetta back in the day. When people would ask him, when are we going to get new Bayonetta 2 news, he would say it's coming next week. And then every time somebody would ask him that, he would just say next week, next week, next week, next week. So that's really what it came from. So I wouldn't necessarily believe Hideki Kamiya when he says that we're getting Bayonetta when we're getting Bayonetta 3 news, because he did that all the time with Bayonetta 2. You Snapchat the most? Oh, okay. Snapchat. All right. I don't know anything about Snapchat. I don't know anything about Snapchat. What is your prediction? Arash says, what is your prediction for how many sales both Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and Fire Emblem Three Houses will have at the end of the year on Switch? Yeah, I talked about it on my latest video with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, so make sure you check out that video, Arash. When it comes to Fire Emblem, at the end of the year, I think Fire Emblem will have at least 2 to 3 million units in sales, minimum. All right. Any other questions, guys? We can keep them coming here. Hello, OJ. Would you want Sonic to beat Mario? Again, I would. What do you mean by Sonic to beat Mario? What does that mean? Like sales, game sales? Do you mean like the death battle? What do you mean by that? I don't get it. All right, what's up, Fire Blast? How's it going, man? You're a bit, dude. You seem to come late a lot. For a mob, that's weird. But yeah, Fire Blast. Make sure you follow. I know you follow me on Twitter, but maybe you're just busy during the time that I start streaming. Has in better games like the 90s. Well, that's subjective that Sonic had better games than Mario in the 90s, because in the 90s, Nintendo released Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Mario 64, and a bunch of other like remixes and stuff like Game Boy Advance and all things like that. So Nintendo released all of those games in the 90s. So it's subjective to say that Sonic had better games than Mario, because there was a lot of crappy Sonic games too in the 90s as well, you know. So subjective to even say that in the first place. That's a kind of weird question. So yeah. In the Olympics, yeah, in the Olympics, that's the only, maybe in a foot race. Kieran Buckley says, which do you think is more likely to come to Switch first, Pikmin 3 or a port of Pikmin 4? Pikmin 3 port or Pikmin 4? Probably Pikmin 3 before Pikmin 4, right? That would make sense. Obi Phoenix says, what do you think about Capcom will be at E3 2019, and is it possible they announce Resident Evil 3 Remake or Dino Crisis? I don't know about Resident Evil 3 Remake, but maybe Dino Crisis. Ryan says, OJ, since we shop and we shop closed, do you Nintendo will ever close their eShop in the near future for Switch? No, not the near future. No. Let's see. Because I am a Sonic fan. Okay, I can see that you're a Sonic fan, but your opinion on, you're saying, do you think Sonic will ever beat Nintendo, or like Sonic will ever beat Mario again? Like that's like, you can't force your opinion on someone else. I never thought that Sonic beat Mario. That's the thing. Like now if you want to ask, hey, do you ever think that Sonic will make games as high as quality or even higher quality than Mario games? That would be a better way to phrase the question than I can answer that. And the answer to that is no, because Sonic games, the premise of a Sonic game is old. They need to make sure that if they're going to make a Sonic game, the premise of that game is I run fast. That's the premise of the game. Platformer and I run fast. Games today are so much more complex, and having a slower pace to a game creates more replay value because you can make the platformer longer, right? Whereas Sonic games, you just run through. Games are more complex. So I think the biggest problem, that's kind of one of the biggest problems that they're running into with Sonic games, right? How many times can you run through certain, like Green Hill Zone and all that stuff before it just gets like, okay, you know, this is not very fun. Which is why the Sonic team has done so many different things, right? They've made Sonic have a freaking sword. They've made Sonic, do all sorts of weird stuff because they're like, okay, well, we need to try something different, but it doesn't necessarily work. Whereas Nintendo's experiments with Mario have worked. They give him a freaking water backpack. Okay, that worked, I guess. They put him in space. That worked. you know. So they need to figure out something that works for them, you know. All right. Or Arash says, or hold up. Matthew Hammond says, anything after Sonic CD does not exist for me. Sonic Adventure games are trash. Oh, that's a controversial statement. Arash says, OJ, what is your top 5 favorite Switch games as of right now? I've had videos on that, so check out my videos. I don't really feel like going over all that right now or thinking about it. How much longer do you expect the Wii U to be supported in terms of eShop/online servers? Probably for the next few years. Probably like 10 years. The next, so in 2022 is when I think they'll probably shut that stuff down or get near shutting that stuff down. 2022, unless they can roll it over, you know, it's very easy to operate and they can roll it over, no problem. Then I think 10 years is probably the support that they'll get. Let's see here. When you read the word Snapchat, your face looked so turned on. I just don't have a Snapchat. I don't have a Snapchat. Is it easy? Is Snapchat easy to use, Charity? You should make a Twitter account. Make a Twitter, Charity. All right, take it easy. Take it easy, Shadow King. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Sonic Mania doesn't exist. Sonic Mania is very good. Sonic Mania is very, very good. You know, I like Sonic Mania. Okay, Jamil, I see what you're saying here. That's what you meant. Gotcha. So yeah, I don't know, man. Sonic is one of those franchises. Like I said, it's had some trouble. You know, when it comes down to it. OJ for E3. You think we're gonna get a new Smash DLC character? Yeah, probably. Probably for E3. Probably. Sonic never successfully transitioned to 3D? Probably not. Probably not. Any other questions, guys? When do you think Luigi's Mansion 3 will be released? Yeah, I talked about that in a video, or talked about that in a PE live the other day. I think it's probably going to come out. I would think September or October, one of those 2 months. Luke Jordan. The problem is that with Sonic, you can't focus on exploration since he's too damn fast. But yeah, then they've made games like that slow him down, then people get mad. So it's a catch-22. Sonic Racing comes out tomorrow. You think you can do some gameplay for us to see how it runs on Switch? Absolutely. I'll see if I can go pick it up tomorrow. Nintendo needs to license Sonic to make a Sonic Maker game. No, Sega can make a Sonic Maker game if they really wanted one. I don't see why Nintendo needs to license it to make a Sonic Maker game. Nintendo could make, or Sega could make one if they really wanted to. Up says, questions, do you think Nintendo is just waiting to announce Amiibo for some new games coming, or are they moving away from doing Amiibo? I don't think they're moving away because there's still Amiibo coming out. I just don't think it's as big as a focus as it used to be. Any upcoming Switch games you are not that hyped for? That I'm not all that hyped for? Well, I mean, there's a lot of games that I'm probably not going to play on Switch that are coming out, so I can't name anything in particular. Like, all the first-party games I'm pretty much excited for, so yeah. Most IPs from Nintendo has gotten strong return to form. Now that's what's missing is a Paper Mario, Star Fox, F-Zero, which can get first. Yeah. I would probably think that Paper Mario would probably come first since it has the most sales success at all those franchises, but we'll have to wait and see. Mario Odyssey is fun. You'd like to see a new Ice Climbers game? I don't know why people say Ice Climbers is, it's not that great of a game even back then. But there are some people that want Ice Climbers, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to happen, though. But you never know. You never know. NX Divinium, what's up, man? How's it going? Good. I don't think I've seen that name here. Shout outs to you. Thanks for coming out to the stream. What kind of strong return Metroid Prime 4 need? What kind of strong return Metroid Prime 4 needs? I think it needs a return that really takes the first-person action-adventure genre forward. Like, we've seen a lot of different first-person action-adventure games come out since the Metroid Prime 3, but I think that Metroid, out of all of them, could really do some awesome things because Samus has a really cool ship, space. There's also stuff they can do. So I'm hoping that it really turns things on its head and it doesn't play too close to the whole Metroid Prime 3 or Metroid Prime with better graphics, you know? Sega had to outsource Sonic Mania to get a good Sonic game made. Okay, that's fine. They can still outsource. They can still outsource it to somebody to make a good Sonic maker. They don't. Nintendo doesn't need to make a Sonic maker. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to be Nintendo. Nintendo could outsource it to a different company. Or sorry, Sega could outsource it to the same company, or they can get something. They can make internal tools. They probably have tools to make all sorts of crazy Sonic levels. You know, in terms of 2D and Sonic Mania. Once again, Sega could have made Sonic Mania. They could have. They just the Christian Whitehead guy. He already had ideas in terms of what he was doing. They just licensed him to do it. I mean, but really, they could make a bunch of Sonic. Sega could make a bunch of Sonic Manias. All it is the old game remixed. So I mean, Sega made the old game. So all they have to do, okay, let's take the old game, the old graphics, and remix them. I mean, Sega could do that till the end of time if you guys really want that. So, I mean, I don't think that's too hard. Sega could do that. Sega could definitely do that. So if there was like a Sonic maker, Sega could do a Sonic maker where they give you the damn tool set to make a Sonic game. That's not a hard thing to do. That's not like super hard to do. You know, in my opinion at least. OJ, do you think Nintendo will increase their online prices eventually? At some point, yeah. Do you think Town would benefit being delayed to next year because Pokemon Gen 8 will get all the attention from Nintendo fans? I don't think Town and Pokemon Gen 8, other than them being developed by Game Freak, I don't think they're necessarily in competition with each other. They're different types of games. But there's a lot of other games. I think that being delayed to 2020 might be a good idea just because of all the other games, not necessarily because of Pokemon, because of everything else that's coming out. TH3 says, if they do a new Star Fox, they need to bring back the N64 multiplayer modes and have it be an online mode. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yo, what's up, Alonzo Vines? Shout outs, my boy. Do you think we'll see any Switch bundles this fall, such as the one for Animal Crossing? Yeah, I think we're gonna see some Switch bundles. Yeah. Not really active in chat. Okay, shout outs to NX Divinium. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Thanks for speaking as well. Appreciate that. ROP says, player says, what do you think will be the next big Nintendo game, either co-developed or licensed with with a big third party like Ubisoft or Square Enix? Oh, good question. I think that there's a very good chance that we see like another Mario plus Rabbids. I also think that there's a very good chance that some other company like handles F-Zero or something like that. F-Zero or Star Fox. So yeah, it's gonna be like one of those. LV Phoenix says, will there be a new Switch Joy-Con or controller at E3 2019? There might be a new color. I don't know if there's going to be any type of like, I think you mean like color variation, right? No model changes, but color variations. Yeah, I think there might be something, yeah. I don't know what a Leo is, Manny. Jay Davies says, would you like an online multiplayer mode for Metroid Prime 4? I don't necessarily want it. Like, it's not something that I think that it needs or I would want, to be honest. But, I mean, if it had it and it was dope, that's cool. But I wasn't big on, like, hunters or anything like that, so. Sal Vasquez says, will you be picking up Resident Evil for the Switch? Yeah, probably. I'll pick it up and check it out. Resident Evil 4. Zelda plus Rabbids? I don't want to see Zelda plus Rabbids. I think Mario plus Rabbids is good enough. I don't think I want to see Zelda plus Rabbids, to be honest. Matthew Hammond, Rabbids are dumb. Even in Mario plus Rabbids, the Rabbids are dumb. It's just the game is good, but the Rabbids are stupid in the game. It's not like they make the game better. It's just they're just in there. What makes the game good is the fact that is the gameplay. The Rabbids are just thrown in there because that's Ubisoft's franchise and they're cartoons, so I guess it fits with Mario. But it's not like the Rabbids make the game so much better. That could have been any other type of thing, or it could have just been Mario characters. Like it could have just been called Mario Kingdom Battle with all and more Mario characters, and it would have been, or you team up with like Koopas and it would have been just as good of a game, if not better. It might have even been better. The Rabbids don't make that game go, in my opinion. They're just stupid and they're there. At least that, like I said, my opinion. But that game is good not because of Rabbids, but because of the gameplay. It's just it was a crossover that Ubisoft, they're going to use one of their franchises and that's the franchise they have. But I mean, or even if it was like Mario plus Rayman Kingdom Battle, that would have been just as good, you know? Like, and you get to use Rayman and you get to use characters from that franchise in that same gameplay style would have been just as good. But the Rabbids don't make that game go. So like to say, oh, I would like Zelda plus Rabbids. Why? What was so good about the Rabbids that makes them to where they should be in a bunch of crossovers with Nintendo games? I don't see what was so good about them. And like I said, I played Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Look, Donkey Kong's even in the game, right? The game was still good. Donkey Kong's in the game. The game's still good. So I mean, it's like they could have done anything. It's the gameplay that makes that game good, not Rabbids, in my opinion. What are some of your unappreciated sequels in the vein of Chrono Cross? Sequels underappreciated. I don't know about underappreciated sequels. I think Splatoon sometimes, even though it's sold a lot, I think that's underappreciated. But I don't know. I can't think of anything in terms of the same vein as Chrono Cross. Where do you rank the Switch out of all Nintendo consoles? Once Fire Emblem Three Houses and Pokemon comes out, it'll be the best Nintendo console ever made. By the end of the year, it'll be the best. I rank it second right now behind the Super Nintendo. It's pretty much right there though. It's pretty much a tie for first, but I'm just giving Super Nintendo the lead just because it has like Chrono Trigger and a couple other stuff. But once Fire Emblem Astral Chain and all the games come out this year, it'll pretty much pass it up for me. You think Tekken 7's coming to Switch? No, I really hope it does. No, I don't think so. I think Pokken 2's coming to Switch instead of Tekken. GameCube had the best games? I'm going to have to disagree. GameCube had some great games, but GameCube didn't have Xenoblade. That's the biggest issue that I have. GameCube didn't have Xenoblade, and I really need me some Xenoblade. GameCube did have Fire Emblem, though, so that's good. GameCube did have Smash Brothers, which is also really good, but it didn't have Xenoblade, which I like me some Xenoblade. And it didn't have stuff like Bayonetta, which, like, once again, I mean, GameCube had great games, but it didn't have Bayonetta. There was no Devil May Cry on GameCube either. But it did have stuff like Beautiful Joe, though, which is good. But I think Bayonetta kind of crushes Beautiful Joe, in my opinion. So it didn't have Bayonetta. It didn't have Xenoblade. It didn't have stuff like Astral Chain. There's just so many games on the Switch. I think once, like I said, by the end of that, I think it'll pretty much pass it up. But yeah, GameCube, I'd put GameCube right there, probably like the third most in terms of Nintendo home consoles. I'll put GameCube right there, you know. Actually, GameCube has really good third-party support. GameCube actually had really good third-party support. GameCube had Call of Duty, GameCube had Madden, GameCube had a lot of third-party support actually. I think that's a misconception about GameCube had a ton of third-party support. It didn't get everything, but it got a lot. How dope would the Xenosaga Trilogy HD on Switch be? It would be really good. OJ, you're gonna get Judgment? I already pre-ordered it. Probably not. I'm not big on the Yakuza and talking. Judgment looks like a talking type of game. I'm not really big on those. Looks cool though for those who want it. Looks cool. Looks really good. But yeah, Xenosaga Trilogy HD, that'd be dope, man. I'd be completely down for like a Xenosaga Trilogy, like some type of a Xenosaga HD game. Absolutely, man. Man, sign me up for that. What GameCube did lack though was like sometimes RPGs. Like it has Skies of Arcadia, which is amazing. GameCube is great. Like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and, you know, GameCube is really, really good. I like GameCube. GameCube, for how low it sold 200 million pieces of software without some type of digital shop. You know what I'm saying? That is very impressive. That means it outsold the Wii U's. Even though the Wii U had a digital eShop, GameCube still outsold it. And they were pretty much on the market for almost the same amount of time. When it comes to system sales and when it comes to software sales, which is, like I said, impressive because developers sell more games now because we have eShops, right? We have smaller games, and the GameCube didn't have that back in the day. It didn't have these $5 games, $10 games, whatever the case is, right? So the fact that GameCube still sold over 200 million pieces of software, you know, that's just nuts. That kind of goes to show you that, yeah, GameCube had a lot of games on there. Otherwise, there's no way you sell. I mean, the attach ratio was 20 games per person. Think about that for a second. Most GameCube owners bought 20 games. The attach rate for the GameCube was 20. That is one of the highest attach rates ever, by far one of the highest attach rates ever, without a digital shop. See, now the attach rates are kind of messed up because you have digital shops, you have classic games, you have retro games that you can buy, so it's all jacked up, right? But back then, with the full price games, regular games where you buy physical only, there wasn't digital, the GameCube had an attach rate of 20 per system. That is nuts. You know, like that is absolute. For anybody who says that the GameCube was like their best Nintendo system, I don't necessarily disagree with that because the GameCube was literally nuts when it comes to software. It had a very high attach rate. People were really invested into the GameCube that bought the system, and me too. You know, I love the GameCube. I think it's great. All right, let's continue on here. I never played. I think you meant Xenoblade. How good is it? Well, you should watch my videos. I have a million videos on why Xenoblade's so good. So watch my videos, Arash. All right. The Hands of Third. I don't have time to explain why Xenoblade's so good. The Hands of Third says, "Have you ever played Darkstalkers, and would you like to see it make a comeback?" I've played Darkstalkers, but no, I'm not huge on the franchise. I don't get why Bandai Namco hasn't done it yet. They were so close to Nintendo. What's with the collab on Smash 4 and Ultimate stuff? You don't get why Bandai Namco hasn't done Tekken 7 because technologically, I don't think that there's any. If you're looking at where to spend your money on, why spend money on Tekken when Tekken's probably not going to do that well on Switch when you can spend that money towards Pokken, which is going to do way better. So I think that's probably the biggest reason why they took those funds, and instead of making like a Tekken Tag Tournament 2 at the launch of the like they did with the Wii U, they put that into Pokken, and Pokken did way better. You know, if you count up the sales between Pokken on the Wii U and Pokken on the Switch, it nearly sold as much as Tekken 7 on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC combined. You know, it's actually somewhat near there when it comes to sales. So obviously, Nintendo fans are kind of looking more towards a Pokken experience. So I think they'd rather just take that money and spend it on Pokken instead of Tekken. That's really what it comes down to, man. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 didn't do the best. Tekken on 3DS didn't do the best either. When they put Tekken on Nintendo platforms, they make Pokken and it absolutely crushes Tekken sales. Despite Tekken Tag Tournament 2 and despite Tekken on the 3DS both being fantastic games, by the way, especially Tekken on the 3DS. That game is amazing for 60 frames per second, has like 40 something characters. It was great. Online play with both of the games and everything, and those games never really did anything. And then you put Pokken on there, and which is arguably a worse game, you know, than Tekken, at least the first Pokken, depending just because the amount of characters and features and stuff like that. And it freaking crushes it because it's Pokemon. So I think they'd rather take that money and put it into a Pokken 2 than put it into a Tekken 7 port, which would be somewhat costly just because of the type of graphics that they're using and all of that. So there you go. Do you think any Xenoblades will eventually get a full remake? I think one of these days it will. What's the deal with the new PDP controller? Is there a new one? Yeah, there's a new one that you can pre-order. It's on Nintendo Everything. The PDP controller, where it has like an audio wireless. Sorry, not it's a wired controller where you have in-game audio and also chat audio for games that support it built in. You can get it on Amazon. Just type in PDP Deluxe controller and you'll see it. Let's see here. The Hands of Third says, "You ever played?" Oh, I already read that. Let's see here. Once Fire Emblem Three Houses comes out, are you still gonna play Smash? Of course I am. I thought you were talking about Tekken. My bad. I thought you were talking about Tekken. Sorry. Oh, you meant Xenosaga. Oh, well, I don't think it's not easy, by the way, because that's a PS2 game, so you'd have to, it's not like they can just snap their fingers and make a Xenosaga. Them being close to Smash and all that, and like with Saga, that has nothing to do with Xenosaga. That has nothing to do with sales potential, that has nothing to do with money, funding, all sorts of stuff. So, I mean, team to do it, there's a lot more, guys, that goes into it. A lot of you guys trivialize game development, especially older games, and say, oh, well, they made this game, that means that this game can come over. No. That's a whole different business structure. That's a different plan. There's money that needs to be funded for it. Like, it's not as simple as some of you guys like to just make it out to be. Just because a company has a relationship with the company doesn't mean that they're going to sit there and fund a big Xenosaga, port. Which, like I said, which would take time. That would not be something easy. That doesn't mean that that's going to happen. It's like just because you think about it this way. You see somebody on the street, asking for money, right, or something. Just because you sometimes give some money to this guy or whatever the case is doesn't mean that you're going to do it for everybody. Doesn't mean you're going to do it for every single homeless person that walks up to you and asks you for money, right? So I think of it that way more so than anything. Yeah, you did it that time. That doesn't mean you're going to do it another time. That doesn't mean it makes sense for you to do it all the time. It just, sometimes you'll do it, sometimes you won't. Sometimes some projects get developed, some projects don't. It just depends on various different factors, who can make it and what's going on, Yo, what's up, Phil? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yo, what's up, Mensa? How's it going? A little late, but that's okay. Let me open my door. It's a little hot in here. All right, that's better. What do you think about Microsoft and PlayStation working together? It's fine. I don't really have one way or another. Who cares? Or not who cares. There's a lot of people who care, but I don't really care. That's great. Good for them. We need a big new Rayman 4 game. That would be nice. Tito says, I personally think that either Monolith Soft or Monster Games would create an HD remake of the original Xenoblade Chronicles sometime soon. I think Monster Games could do it, yeah. Arash says, what do you think, although it'd be difficult, what do you think about my, oh, I already read that. I get you, but I think that the recent rise of popularity of the whole Xeno meta series, thanks to Blade 1 and 2, the time would be ripe. Yeah, it would be, but I mean, like, that doesn't mean it's not. I mean, like I said, once again, you're saying you don't know why they haven't done it yet. You don't know if they're talking about it, right? There could be in the talks. So the fact that it's not out yet at this point is interesting because you said the whole rise of popularity. Well, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out in 2017. So if they were to plan something, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country came out in 2018. So if the rise in popularity is right now, that means they'd have to start planning it. I mean, that's the thing. They'd have to start planning it at this point. So we wouldn't see it. And we don't know what talks are going on. So we'll see if it comes. But just because it's popular, it doesn't mean it's going to happen all of a sudden. It's not like Xenoblade Chronicles sold 10 million copies. It sold around maybe 2 million copies with Torn of the Golden Country. So it's not like it's so popular to the point to where it's like a no-brainer, right? That's the thing. But like I said, don't get me wrong. I want to see it, but it's not like I said. It's not like it's a no-brainer. It's not like it's, oh, Smash Brothers. Well, yeah, let's make a Smash Brothers every single generation because that sells like 10 million units. You know, like with the last few ones. So yeah. Do you think Nintendo will make part 2 for Mario Odyssey? I don't know. I'm not sure. Probably not, Mensa. Probably not. People are always gonna argue about gaming and stuff like that. Sega need to improve their earnings. I think everybody does. I think everybody does. Shadow Killer, you gotta tag me at PlayerSense or hashtag PlayerSense since it makes it easier for me to see your comment, guys. Let me read off what you said though. Do you think Persona 6 is going to happen? Yeah, sure, at some point. Phil says the console wars need to go away. Shaking my head, lol. They do. They're stupid. So yeah. So yeah, at some point. But who knows? Like I said, as long as there's different consoles with exclusives and stuff like that, then you're gonna see it. But competition's good. HD version of Mario 64. I don't know if they ever will, to be honest, but that'd be cool, I guess. I think Gunslinger says, I'd be down for Super Monkey Ball again, whether it's HD version released or every other console or a new game. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good comment. Yeah, Super Monkey Ball would be dope, dude. I think a lot of people want Super Monkey Ball. We've talked about it before. I think me and Jordan Fringe on the PE podcast or something like that. Super Monkey Ball would have been nice to have at launch of the Switch or near the launch. I mean, if they would have had Super Monkey Ball, Jordan went crazy. He's like, oh, they would have sold like 10 million units if they had Super Monkey Ball. And I'm more like, oh, they probably would have sold like maybe 5 million units, you know, if it was a great Super Monkey Ball game. So, but yeah, I think they would have done really well. Puyo Puyo Tetris sold like over 1 million on the Switch by itself. So I think if they had a Super Monkey Ball, I think the time to strike was earlier, but hey, it is what it is. All right, yo, Dennis J with I guess you liked our discussion that we had. Dennis J with the membership. Thank you so much, Dennis J. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village of Player Essence. Everybody here in the chat, please welcome Dennis J. Brand new Elite Ninja. We're almost at our goal of 165, so we're trying to get 2 for this stream. We got 1, so that's awesome. Dennis, please enjoy your emotes, my boy. While Itachi looks upon you, please enjoy your brand new emotes. You got 15 of them. And also that gets you into our exclusive Discord where you can play games against myself and the other Elite Ninja. We play Smash Brothers, we play Mario Kart, we play Splatoon. We play all the different, various popular Nintendo games. So yeah, check it out. The Discord page is on the community channel. You should have access to it. It also gets you early access to the PE podcast as well. So thank you so much for the membership. I appreciate that. You guys give some love to Dennis J. And yeah, we're 1 away. What was that? 160. The member goal is 160, 165 for today. And we just need one more. So shout out. So if anybody else wants to sign up, you can definitely do so. Link in the description. I think a mod can also put that in the chat as well. So thank you so much, Dennis. I appreciate that, man. All right. Any update on the 60 Jutsu emote? Yeah, I tried to get it, but it was looking kind of garbage, dude. Like I think I need to get somebody else to do it for me because I've been working on it and it just doesn't look good. So I think I gotta get somebody else to do it for me. But yeah, I was working on it this past week and it just didn't look great enough. I mean, I could have had like a one like with like non-transparent, but I kind of want it transparent. I want it to look better, and it just didn't look good. So I think I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. Dennis Chase has been following you for some time. First time catching you live. Oh, you're one of my favorite Nintendo news/opinion channels, so I might as well. Thank you so much, Dennis. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. As you progress, your badge will change. You have the new headband emote, and you see some other people that have different emotes or different badges by their name, so it will change as you go along with the membership. So thank you, man. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you being on the channel. And shout outs to catching it live. You know, the live shows, we do the live shows Monday through Friday. Around 1 p.m. or so. 1 p.m. PT, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So whenever you can, man, I appreciate your support, dude. I really do. 1 in a million. What's up, man? How's it going? Are there any games you like to play on PC? Not really. I'm not a big PC gamer. I pretty much stopped playing games on PC completely. So I don't know. Maybe if I traveled more, I would. But then again, when I travel, I just take my Switch. So I got a gaming laptop, but I don't play anything on it. But no, I'm not a big PC guy. Why can't PlayStation and Microsoft just come together and let both consoles have the same games? Because they're two different companies. They have different philosophies. They have different stuff that they want to do. They have different business structures. And once again, competition is always good for the industry. The last thing that you guys want is one company making everything, because think about that. Think about prices. Think about what potential draconian features that could be done. I mean, just think about that for a second. Do you want no competition, or do you want competition? Like, you saving $300 on a system, is that worth there being no competition, which in the back end could cost you a lot more when they start implementing things that isn't really fair in the fairness of competition, right? Do you want only one manufacturer of like socks, or do you want only one manufacturer of jeans, or do you want one manufacturer of anything? So I think this whole like Microsoft and Sony need to come together to make games like all available on just one system. No, I think they should make their own systems and they should operate their own businesses so that at least there's some competition there, so we get better prices and we get companies striving to be better. Competition always makes us, always makes things better. Always makes things better. So no, I don't want there to be everybody teaming up in all one system. We'll never get price drops in systems. We'll never get new things added in, or they'll be lazy with it. Competition is good, man. All right, we're on the right shift, so it works out now. Awesome, man. Thank you so much, Dennis. I appreciate the support, bro. Sawboxer says, is it just me, or are there no good leaks for E3 this year? This year's E3, I feel like last year we had 2 months of leaks and speculation. Kind of did this year. You know what? It's starting to feel like that. At first, I didn't think so, but it's starting to feel like that. Maybe we'll talk about that tonight for I think we'll probably talk about that tonight for the nightcap. What month do you think Animal Crossing will be released? I think it's going to be September, October, one of those two. But hey, I'm okay with no leaks. I'm okay, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, in the future when it comes to these leaks and what could potentially happen and what's going on, Put my phone on silent. All right, keep the questions coming, guys. I'll answer questions for about another 13 minutes, and then I got to get some work done with some other stuff that I got to do, and then we'll be back for the nightcap. All right, shout outs to Matthew Campos with the $5 donation, second donation of the stream. Thank you so much, Matthew Campos, with the $5. And that actually does make you the top stream ninja, beating out T Pianist for the lead. So thank you so much, Matthew. And let's go ahead and get your name up here, and then we'll read off your comment, okay? Matthew Campos with the $5 donation. All right, there we go. And let's read off your comment. Do you think the lack of E3 leaks this year is because video game companies and retailers are being extra careful now, or just because the lack of surprise and nosebleed this year? Also, can you play Persona Q, Light the Fire in the Night dual mix? Yeah, I can play that. Let me get the music going first, and then we'll talk about what you just said here. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. You guys give some love, sending on some emotes for the new Top Stream Ninja, Matthew Campos, with the $5. All right, so let's go and get your music going here. Persona Q, Light the Fire dual mix. Is there something going on with my phone? No, there isn't. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get this. All right. Let me know how it sounds, guys. Okay. Okay. So I think the lack of leaks are a combination of things. I think it's a combination of not as many developers being at E3 and wanting to talk about games, and wanting to have their own controlled events. Of course, Sony not being there, that's also a thing. But also developers tightening up on leaks and stuff like that as well. So yeah, I think it's a combination of a lot of different stuff. All right, so let's keep it going. Leaks seem to be wrapping up. I've seen a few interesting things. What leaks are out there? I haven't really seen anything yet. You know, when it comes to E3, I haven't seen much. Gunslinger says, yeah, I'm actually really glad there's no leaks. I'd rather be surprised on the spot than have it already known days or even weeks before. Yeah, I think so. Almost all of Nintendo's third-party announcements were ruined last year. Like the whole like Dragon Ball Fighters, Fortnite, Paladins, all of that was all leaked before. Nintendo had so many games that were like, you know, third-party games that were announced, and all that stuff was leaked beforehand. So, remember when Walmart was going crazy last year with the leaks? Yeah, I do remember. It's not good. Dragon Gamer says, do you think we'll be able to bring any Fire Emblem Heroes units, bring the Fire Emblem Three Houses? Actually, I think there's going to be some type of functionality between Fire Emblem Heroes and Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah, I do think so. What do you think will be the game that Nintendo's, I think, event booth at E3 will be mainly themed after? I'm guessing Mario Maker 2, because like we know almost everything about it. Yeah, I'm guessing that it's going to probably be like Animal Crossing and Pokemon, stuff like that. That's what I think. Maybe even Fire Emblem. So yeah, I mean, I think overall it's just like a combination of just various different things, you know, guys. There's lots of stuff that's going on, and you know, the developers are kind of keeping things a little bit tighter, closer to the chest this year, I guess, maybe too. Let's see here. OJ, I'm thinking about joining and becoming an Elite Ninja. You are right. I need to get better at Smash. Well, I've never played. I don't know how good you are at Smash or not. So I don't know if I ever saw how you play or anything. But feel free if you do join up today. That will be the member 165. So it's up to you, my man. I know you've been thinking about it. I think we talked about it a couple times beforehand too. So it's up to you, man. It's not anything crazy. Like I said, I think the price is already there. We told you about that. I think you kind of know everything. But like I said, if you want to, it's cool. If you don't, that's fine. It's up to you, man. But yeah, I appreciate any support. But I appreciate you coming up to the streams, man. I really do appreciate that. I think Gunslinger has the link right there for you if you want to. If anybody else wants to. Yo, what's up, Golden Oracle? He says, how's your day been? It's been good. I've been streaming for the past couple hours, so it's been pretty good. Jamil says, OJ, do you want a more edgy Sonic game? I would, because that was how Sonic was marketed in the 90s. Edgy and cool, and I feel like Sega stripped that away. I mean, I don't really need a more edgy Sonic game. I need a better Sonic game. So, I mean, obviously, edgy is great for those who are influenced by characters being edgy. That's fine, but I think the thing about it is not necessarily edgy. It's more just give me a good Sonic game. You know, give me good controls, give me good gameplay, give me good design over him being more edgy. I mean, like, they gave Shadow a gun, and the game still sucked, you know? So, there you go. What game are you going to play tonight? I don't think we're playing any games tonight, Arash. I've got to get some work done. So, no games tonight. Just another stream later tonight. Another regular stream. Joshua says, what's my favorite PS4 exclusive? Favorite PS4 exclusive? Maybe Uncharted? Bloodborne? Maybe Uncharted. Probably Uncharted, maybe. Uncharted, yeah, Uncharted. Persona 5 isn't a PS4 exclusive. It's on PS3. How's the week going, fam? It's going good, man. How are you doing today? Well, the week just started, so it's going good so far. Did you pre-order Fire Emblem Three Houses yet for Switch? Yeah, I got the special edition already pre-ordered. I talked about that multiple times. What would be the surprise announcement from Nintendo at E3? Maybe a brand new IP. Maybe the same brand new IP announced for something. I don't know. We need Sonic Rides back to PS4, Xbox, and Switch, in my opinion. All right. Gunslinger says, I'd be mad if Sega announced a Super Monkey Ball mobile game. I think they did, didn't they? No, they didn't announce a new one. They just trademarked something, but we don't know what it's going to be. But they just announced the mobile, like, Fist of the North Star or whatever, so there you go. So I don't think it could happen, dude. It could happen. Bloodborne is up there for sure on PS4. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I don't really play a ton of PS4 exclusives anymore. And the games that I have played, like Gravity Rush 1, that's like on PS Vita as well. So it's not necessarily exclusive. But I guess Gravity Rush Remastered, that's an exclusive, technically, because it's the only place that you can play the remastered version of the game. Do you think Persona 5 is worth it? Of course, Persona 5 is great. IP layer essence, yo, that is autocorrect, just going ham. Do you own any of the monkey all figures? I don't know what that is. No, I just found it funny. That's the first time I've ever seen autocorrect, but it said IP layer essence. That's awesome, dude. IP layer essence, dude. Oh my gosh, nice. It's okay, man. I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun. It's okay, dude. You don't have to apologize. It's fun. Your autocorrect gotcha. Autocorrect. Oh, you wrote too fast. Oh my gosh, that's great. I don't know what a monkey all figure is though. To be honest. Time for a channel name change. Yeah, dude. Layer essence, man. What TV brands do I get? I usually get Samsung or Vizio. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 looks so great. It does. I had a video this morning about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 too. There is no more Furious. There's no more Furious. He's gone. Now I'm calm. I'm calm, OJ. Any other questions, guys, before we kind of wrap this one up? I think Kingdom Hearts story so far has a chance. Okay, you erased it. OJ, what do you think about PlayStation products? They're okay. What's up, some dude? How's it going, my man? Astral Chain will hopefully get a better box art. If you search it up, it looks like a bland blue box art. Obviously, it's a placeholder box art, Golden Oracle. They just released the key art from the game, so that's probably gonna be the box art. But yeah, dude, it's just a placeholder box art, dude. It's not the official box art, not by a long shot. This is placeholder, dude. What was Virtual working on before Metroid? Probably nothing. Probably nothing. Studios presents the Buck Bumble Dance. All right, there you go. The Buck Bumble Dance. The quad. The quad is here. It's ready to go. All right, man. Shout outs. All right, guys. Any other questions? We're pretty much going to wrap it up here. I do have some videos that I want you guys to ask. Sorry, I misspelled some stuff. The Kingdom Hearts has a good chance of being announced for Switch at E3. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for this one here, guys. I have a video that I want all of you guys to watch. Please check out my Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 video. It answers all of you guys' questions that you guys usually ask me about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. So please check out my video on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. That's going to be right here. I do also have a video on Project Nimbus Complete Edition, so make sure you guys check that out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Make sure you follow me on social media too, my Twitter page. My Twitter is... here's my Twitter. My Twitter page is what's going to pop up. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter for all the latest updates. I will be back later tonight. So if you're here on the West Coast boys or East Coast boys, if you want to watch some content later tonight, we are going to probably be talking about E3 leaks, what we've heard so far, what we haven't heard, why there hasn't been as much, what's going down. So yeah, we'll probably talk about that tonight, and also some new information that we get for various different games, or if there's anything else that happens between now and in the next 3 hours or so. So look forward to a new video or a new live stream tonight. I'm going to try to get some content done for you guys tomorrow morning as well, so that should be fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate that, and we will see you guys back very, very soon. Yo, what's up, Innocent Roller here? You came at the very end, dude. Sorry, Innocent Roller here. You came at the very end. So sorry about that. But yeah, we'll be back tonight, guys. Like I said, make sure you follow all of my social media, okay, guys? All in the description below. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook. I don't know if my Facebook's down there, but follow me on Twitter. That's the one that you follow me. Charity, make a Twitter account. If you don't have a Twitter, make a Twitter account and follow me on there, just so you can get the updates when we stream, because a lot of times YouTube does not work at all, right? YouTube does not work, and I want to make sure you guys get my streams and my videos as well. Sometimes videos don't go to you guys' sub boxes. If you're one of the new members here and you want to know more information about the channel, please make sure you guys check out the the community tab. The community tab, that'll have latest videos, that'll have shout outs that we give to people, that'll have other random information, early access to certain VODs and all of that will be up on the community channel for members as well. And then regular information just for everybody else will be up on there. So make sure you guys check that out too, okay? All right, so thank you guys so much. Sorry about that, man. We'll be back later tonight, though, in about three and a half hours or so. We'll be back. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it, and we will see you guys back very soon. Remember, check out my video. I just did a Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 video. Make sure you guys check it out. It's already up on the channel. It's fantastic, so check it out, guys. All right, we'll see you guys very soon. We'll see you guys back in about 3 hours or so. All right, peace.